So ammonium ion, sodium ion, and potassium ions do not form white precipitate at all. So if you are provided with a solid, you dissolve the solid in water. It dissolves to form a colorless solution. After dissolving it, you are asked to add sodium hydroxide dropwise or until in excess. Then you observe that no white precipitate at all, even when few drops are added or many drops are added. It means this sodium ion, potassium ion, or ammonium ion may be absent, may be present in that solution. So either sodium, potassium, or ammonium ion may be present in that solution. For example, let's take a look at this question. We are asked here, dissolve solid Q in about 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water and divide the solution into 4 portions. So I'm going to do it practically. I have solid Q here again. Solid Q. This solid Q, it has a property that will not allow it to dissolve to form white precipitate, so that it suits this example. So this solid may have one of its components as sodium ion, potassium ion, or ammonium ion. So the first step, let's dissolve it in about 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water. We have here measuring cylinder. This is a 25 cubic centimeter measuring cylinder, but we will only measure 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water. So this is distilled water. Distilled water is in a conical flask. This apparatus is called a conical flask. We have test tube and test tube racks with a boiling tube. So boiling tube we always use to dissolve solids. So we are going to measure 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water using a measuring cylinder. So this is 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water. There is something called meniscus. So we observe the meniscus also. We should be accurate when measuring volume of liquids or water as a solvent. So this is 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water. So I will put it in a boiling tube. Then I will scoop using a spatula. This is a spatula. So I will scoop solid Q, a spatula full of solid Q. I will add it to the distilled water in the boiling tube. After that, I will shake. What do you observe? Solid Q dissolves to form a colorless solution. So we are going to write our observation. It dissolves. It dissolves to form a colorless solution. it dissolves to form a colorless solution. I say if a solid dissolves to form a colorless solution, it means the three colored ions are absent in that solution. So we will write here copper ion or iron 2 ion or iron 3 ions absent. The three colored ions are absent in this solution. They are not there because the solution is colorless. So we have been told to divide the resultant solution into 4 equal portions. So I will take again the 3 test tubes. I will divide them into 4 equal portions. Divide the solution into 4 equal portions. 4 equal portions. Yeah. So these are the portions of the solid, the liquid formed. They are colorless portions. So I will put them in my test tube. I will put them in my test tube, right? Fine. So we are going to do experiment using this. We are going to test ions in these 4 portions of the solution formed after dissolving solid Q in about 10 cubic centimeters of distilled water. So we are going to move to the next question.